1 year ago, I thought Stoicism would make me stronger. I thought it would give me discipline, make me calm, make me harder to break. But it did something stranger. It made me quieter, less hungry for approval, less desperate to explain myself, less controlled by disrespect, less willing to let strangers, comments, messages, silence, and criticism decide the state of my mind. And that is when I understood something uncomfortable. Most people do not need power over your life. They only need power over your reaction. Before Stoicism, I did not think I was reactive. Most people do not. We call it honesty. We call it defending ourselves. We call it standing up for our name. Someone says something sharp, and immediately we answer. Someone ignores us, and immediately we create a story. Someone disrespects us, and immediately our peace becomes their property. The body is still in the room, but the mind is gone. It is chasing a message, replaying a sentence, preparing a comeback, building a courtroom inside the head, where everyone must finally understand us. That was the prison I did not see. Not chains, not enemies, not bad luck. A mind that obeyed every trigger. Stoicism did not begin for me as wisdom. It began as exhaustion. I was tired of losing energy to things that did not deserve that much of me. Tired of giving emotional access to people who paid nothing for it. Tired of pretending that every reaction was strength, when most of it was just weakness dressed as pride. Then I found one idea from Epictetus. Simple, cold, uncomfortable. People are not disturbed only by events. They are disturbed by the meaning they attach to those events. At first, it sounded too clean, too philosophical, too easy. Because when someone disrespects you, it feels like the disrespect is the pain. When someone ignores you, it feels like the silence is the wound. When someone criticizes you, it feels like their words are the enemy. But Stoicism forces you to look deeper. The event happens once. The mind repeats it 100 times. The insult lasts 3 seconds. The ego keeps it alive for 3 days. The message is unanswered, but the imagination writes an entire story around it. They do not respect me. They think I am weak. I need to answer. I need to prove something. I need to make them understand. And slowly, you are no longer responding to reality. You are responding to the story your pride created. That was the first real change after 1 year of Stoicism. I did not stop feeling things. I stopped trusting every feeling immediately, because not every emotion is truth. Some emotions are old wounds asking for attention. Some are pride pretending to be justice. Some are fear wearing the mask of anger. And some are simply habits, automatic reactions repeated for years until they feel like personality. Stoicism did not ask me to become emotionless. That is the lie people tell about it. It asked me to create distance, one breath, one pause, one silent space between what happens and what I do next. That space is small, but it changes everything. Because inside that space, you discover something most people never meet: choice. You do not have to answer every insult. You do not have to explain every silence. You do not have to correct every lie. You do not have to prove your value to people committed to misunderstanding you. Sometimes the strongest move is not a comeback. It is not revenge. It is not a louder voice. Sometimes strength is simply refusing to hand your nervous system to someone who cannot even control their own. But the hardest lesson was not silence. It was losing the version of myself that needed to be understood by everyone. And that loss is where Stoicism really begins. After 1 year of Stoicism, I did not become cold. I did not become perfect. I did not become some calm statue with no anger, no ego, no frustration, no weakness. That is fantasy. The real change was quieter, I still felt anger, but I watched it before obeying it. I still felt disrespect, but I stopped turning every wound into a performance. I still felt the need to explain, but I learned that some people do not want clarity, they want access. That was the darker truth. Reaction is access. When someone can make you react, they can enter your mind, they can change your mood, they can steal your focus, they can drag you into arguments you never needed to join. They can make you defend yourself in front of people who already decided the verdict. And once you understand that, silence stops looking weak. It starts looking intelligent. Not every door deserves to stay open. Not every opinion deserves a response. Not every provocation deserves proof that it reached you. The old version of me thought control meant controlling the outside world, getting the right answer, winning the argument, being respected, being understood, being seen correctly. But Stoicism teaches something colder. You do not control how people see you. You control how much of yourself you lose trying to change their vision. That one lesson changed more than I expected. I became slower to answer, not because I had nothing to say, but because I started asking, does this deserve my energy? I became less impressed by praise, because praise can become a leash if you need it too much. I became less destroyed by criticism, because criticism can only rule you when it touches something you refuse to face. I became less afraid of silence, because silence showed me who was connected to me and who was only connected to my availability. But Stoicism has a price. People talk about peace. They do not talk about what peace takes from you. It takes away the pleasure of complaining. It takes away the comfort of blaming everyone else. It takes away the addiction to being the victim in every story. It takes away the dramatic version of yourself, the one that needs every pain to become an announcement. And that part hurts, because sometimes the chaos was not only around you, sometimes you were feeding it. Sometimes you kept reacting because reaction gave you identity. It made you feel alive, important, wronged, needed, justified. Stoicism does not let you hide there forever. It makes you ask the question nobody wants to ask. Am I protecting my peace, or am I protecting my pride? That question followed me for 1 year, in arguments, in silence, in disrespect, in moments where I wanted to answer fast, just to prove I was not weak. And slowly, I learned this. Self-control is not the absence of fire. It is the refusal to burn down your own house just because someone handed you a match. That is where the quiet wolf begins. Not in dominance, not in revenge, not in acting superior, but in restraint, observation, distance, the ability to feel something deeply and still choose what happens next. The quiet wolf is not calm because nothing hurts him. He is calm because he stopped letting every wound become a performance. After 1 year of Stoicism, I still fail. I still react sometimes. I still feel the old instincts rise, but now I see them, and that is the difference. Before, anger was a command. Now, it is information. Before, disrespect was a trigger. Now, it is a test. Before, silence from others felt like rejection. Now, sometimes, it feels like protection. Because not every absence is a loss. Some absences return you to yourself. So if Stoicism changed me, it was not by making me emotionless. It made me harder to steal from, harder to provoke, harder to pull into noise, harder to move without permission. And maybe that is the real lesson. Freedom does not begin when life finally becomes peaceful. Freedom begins when the world gets loud and you no longer hand it the remote control to your soul. 1 year of Stoicism did not make me colder, it made me quieter. And sometimes, quiet is the first sign that a man is finally free.